What is going on YouTube? Hindenburg making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at XRP, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, maybe the S&P 500 if we have time. I'm also going to be looking at a very interesting article which basically discusses how analysts who called the Ethereum's Parabolic Breakout says that XRP could be next in line, which is definitely some great news. Obviously, the rest of the market has pretty much been consolidating. We saw yesterday a very small dip within XRP, and we did try to capitalize off of that run, so hopefully you guys took advantage of that. I'll touch upon that a little more in today's episode, but otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. This way, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can DM me over there. Otherwise, check out my Abra t-shirt, crypto t-shirt, exchange t-shirt, and let's jump right into today's episode. All right, guys, so pretty much we have a few things to talk about. So yesterday I made a video basically saying XRP Ripple I'm buying right now for a good reason, as I do believe that the market is starting to swing up in a very good direction. So just to jump right into technical analysis and right into the market, you can see most of cryptocurrency is pretty much consolidating sideways on the 24-hour, except for Bitcoin, which is actually doing fairly well. For the other cryptocurrencies, we've pretty much just been trading sideways, if not seeing more of a weekly gain than there is a daily gain. So just to jump right into XRP and really discuss this, I'll start on Bityard, but you can see yesterday we talked about a very interesting movement that is pretty much going to be happening on Bityard's chart, and hopefully you guys took advantage of this. So yesterday, as we were looking at the charts, we saw that XRP was actually starting to head down. It was actually going so far down that it was retesting its bottom support. Now notice this bottom support on XRP has been on the coin for a very long time, ever since July 4th. So you can see since then we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 points of, retesting. And this ultimately confirms that this is definitely a strong support, and it is here to last. Now, what I said in yesterday's episode was the second we retested bottom support here and we hit this bottom line, this bottom uptrend, this was a good time to buy in to make a small profit, and hopefully you guys took advantage of that. If not, there will be other opportunities that will present themselves. But basically, the second we hit here, we started to recede all the way back up to 25 cents. So you would be able to buy in at 0.244 and then short or swing this all the way up, leverage trade 25 times at 2,000, all the way up to 0.2519 and make a small, gain off of that, anywhere from, I'd say, $200 to $300, depending on how much you invested. So I took advantage of that, made a small profit. Hopefully you guys did too. But moving on from there, we've now consolidated right back up to where it seems to be a support / resistance. So I've noticed after this long consolidation, we've pretty much just continued to build on a bigger symmetrical triangle on XRP, which has caused a very interesting trend line. So not only do we have the uptrend, downtrend, but we've had a beautiful sideways trending resistance that is cut right through this XRP symmetrical triangle. Now, what's interesting to see is we've pretty much just been hanging around this point for quite a long time. So mainly what we're looking for right now is to fill the gap. Regardless of direction, if we see a cross or any point see the price of XRP break above this line right here and close a daily candle above here, we know to buy in long in anticipation of a bullish rally to the upside. Vice versa, if we see a correction below the support level and we start to close below here, we know to short the market and capitalize off the run to the downside. So yes, there is definitely an obvious, we'll break up or we'll break down type of, drama going on right now. But ultimately, we know that when we do see confirmation above or below one of these support or resistances, it is game on for us to buy in, because the projection will be very big depending on the volume that comes into the market. Ultimately, you guys still can make profits off trading inside of this trend right here. Obviously, touching the bottom here and correcting upwards is a great way to buy in long, and vice versa, hitting resistance and then shorting it to the downside is a great way to buy in as well. Otherwise, I did link Bityard in the description down below. They're still doing their $50 free Bitcoin sign-up bonus, so definitely make sure to check it out. It does help support the channel. We've had, I think, over 100 people so far check out Bityard, so definitely make sure to sign up in the description down below. I highly recommend recommend this. Honestly, it's been one of the best exchanges that I've found in a long time, mainly because it has all of these different cryptocurrencies available, unlike some of the other exchanges we've used in the past, where we've had to trade different altcoins on one exchange and different altcoins on the other. XRP and the other cryptos that we like to use on a day-to-day basis is actually offered on Bityard, which is great news if you ask me. So not only can I trade XRP, Tron, Litecoin, Ethereum, but I can trade Bitcoin as well as all these other smaller altcoins. So with that being said, it is very, very, very easy to make trades now. And the best part about it is they offer a demo account, which allows you guys to play around with prices, see how much you can make, test your skills without actually investing your own money. So I highly recommend checking it out. Link in the description down below. Otherwise, moving on to the actual charts themselves, you can see that XRP is in that consolidation pattern that we've talked about in the past. We are seeing the small short-term consolidation that is pretty much filling the gap on what appears to be a very, very, very wide and big sideways consolidation symmetrical triangle. You can see the long-term consolidation that has slowly caused us to lower our prices. You can see the massive fluctuations we've had in the past has pretty much died off into some sort of contained, controlled symmetrical triangle, and we're pretty much just filling the gap as we speak. With only a few days left, I'd say maybe the end of October is pretty much where we're going to see a big break. The end of this candle is pretty much November 4th, which is about a week from today, or 10 days from today, or a little less. But ultimately, I don't think it's going to take that long. I think we're going to see the pop way before then. The great thing, too, is we're trading above the moving average, which is also a great sign on XRP that we're probably going to see a pop to the upside rather than the downside. And then moving on to the other cryptocurrencies, you can see the consolidation, ascending triangle that's happening within XRP. As we're starting to consolidate, there is a resistance here, and we do have this uptrend. And yes, we did get rejected off of here, but I do think we're slowly going to trend out of this and eventually see a pop to the upside. I do believe 2020 is very strong for these cryptocurrencies, and we've actually done an incredible, movement since we started 2020. Just to scroll back, you'll see pretty much where we started the beginning of this year, which was right here, honestly. Let's say right here. We started back at $7,000. We're currently doubled that price. So if you had invested in the price back then in January 1st, you'd actually be up double your money. You would have made 200% on your investment. Yes, even if you bought in lower towards when the stock market kind of I don't want to say crashed, but corrected really low. And we had those buying opportunities closer to $4,000, even lower at $3,000. You could have bought in and pretty much like quadrupled your money as the market has slowly swung up to $13,000 just in a couple of months alone. But honestly, I do believe that the price of Bitcoin is due to head maybe a little bit higher. As we talked about, there was a 25 to 35% gap that these symmetrical triangles have been forming on Bitcoin. And the cool thing about this is at some point, it is probably going to start this symmetrical triangle like we've seen in the past, form a third fractal, and we'll capitalize off the runs in there. Otherwise, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video, guys. I mean, we've talked about the other cryptocurrencies. Litecoin's hitting resistance here, as I do believe it's going to start to tumble a little bit lower within its symmetrical triangle. But a lot of these coins are fairly predictable. You can see the S&P 500 seems to be heading lower and lower and lower week after week after week, with a little over 3 days left in this week's candle. We'll see how exactly we close, whether or not we'll be higher or lower than the previous buying. But you can see we started off at 34.44 and we're now at 33.95. So each week we're heading lower and lower and lower. Some people are saying it's a cup and handle formation. I am steering away from that, thinking we may actually see a double top formation here, which would lead to an even lower correction in price. And that's pretty much what I'm riding on. Regardless of direction, the price has been heading lower. That is a fact. And that means that anything you've invested in the market has pretty much just been heading lower each week that you've had it in there for. And that's why I've sold off actually closer to right here. And this was actually a couple of months ago. This is in August. This is pretty much over 2 months ago, coming on 3 months. I've had the market out. I've had my money out of the market, and I'm glad I did, because there really wouldn't have been anything, substantial to buy, and we've never hit anything higher than where I've sold out from. But otherwise, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video, guys. Huge anticipation on the consolidation that is happening within XRP, waiting for this pop in price to happen. So definitely make sure to set up an account on Bityard. Make sure to fund the account. Make sure to get ready for the capitalizing on the run. Otherwise, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. If you are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe. And, follow me on Twitter. There's also, this article here, it's pretty much nothing to really talk about. It's just saying that XRP continues to consolidate. Analysts claim XRP is setting up for a big push, as we've discussed. And that's pretty much it for this article, pretty much confirming and reiterating everything I said on the charts earlier in the video. Otherwise, make sure to follow me on Twitter, CryptoVOfficial, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.